Hey, it's Aisha Keller. Welcome to my channel. I'm a working mom of three with three jobs and one good God. And I just want to encourage someone today to choose your heart. I don't have a whole lot that I've already thought about in planning for this video, which is abnormal, but this is just something that I've recently dealt with that is on my heart. I think that a lot of times, because we are finite, flawed beings, right? We see things in a very temporal way, meaning we look short term. We don't think long term, right? And so a lot of times when we are thinking about, for example, if you are working on losing weight, right? But in the moment you really want chocolate or you really want a steak that is not along with your diet, your stomach is talking to you, your mind is talking to you psychologically, you're craving it, you want to emotionally eat, whatever. And so you're in that moment, you just want what you want, right? And you're not necessarily thinking about the 500 extra calories that this is adding to your diet and getting you off track. And so you go ahead and eat it because you're thinking about right now, right? Or in other ways, for example, if you're dating and you're single and a guy comes along and you want to be married so badly, and a guy comes along and he's got 75% of the things that you want in a man, and has those 75% of things strong, right? But maybe he doesn't love the Lord, or maybe he doesn't work hard, or maybe he doesn't, there's some one thing or two things or three things that are really kind of important that are on your list, but he doesn't have them, but he's got all the other things, right? And God is telling you, no, 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 not this one, not that. But you want to be married, or you want to be in a relationship, or you don't want to be lonely anymore. And so you're thinking right now, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go with this. Or with a job opportunity, there's just so many things that we want the right now. We are listening to the cravings of our soul. We're listening to the loneliness, to the hunger, to the frustration. And we just want to go ahead and let's just get it done. This thing is in front of me, and I know that it's probably not the very best, right? Or maybe it's not God's will, but I'm tired. I'm frustrated. So just go ahead and give it to me now. And I just want to encourage you and me to choose your heart, right? And so, yes, it's difficult right now to wait. Yes, it's difficult right now to trust God to get to the thing that He really wants you to have. But what would be harder is connecting yourself to someone that God did not call you to. What will be harder is getting locked into a job that you're now miserable and frustrated, even though you're making more money, or even though you got to move to the city that you want to move to, but now you're frustrated and sick and tired because that's not what God called you to be. So I just want to encourage you and I to be careful, that we would stay in the will of God, that we would not get weary in well doing, that we would not get frustrated. When we look at the Israelites, when they were in the wilderness, they were there for 40 years because they grumbled and complained and they disobeyed, when they were supposed to only be there for 11 days. 11 days versus 40 years, because they didn't choose their heart properly. They didn't get to the, let's just go ahead and eat this manna. Let's just go ahead and serve God and do what He told us to do right quick. Get this 11-day journey over with and get on to the promised land. No, they grumbled, they complained, they disobeyed, and they ended up extending and going around the same mountain over and over again because they didn't choose their heart. They didn't recognize, if we just suffer for this, the sufferings and groanings of this present time are not worthy to be compared to the glory that will be revealed in us. So this moment of difficulty, hardship, frustration, loneliness, hunger, whatever, is temporary, and it's not as difficult as it will be if I take the easy way out, the shorter way, the quicker way, the seemingly better way, that's like the right now way. That is going to be harder in the long term than if I just do what God says, if I wait on Him, if I trust Him, if I take my time, if I make the choices that He's calling me to make. So just take a pause, girl. Just take a pause, bro, sis. Take a moment and say, okay, yes, this is hard. We're not out here denying difficulty and challenge, right? We're no longer doing toxic positivity and pretending like things are easy and I'm just so saved and I just can't wait to suffer. We're not doing that. Yes, it's hard, but it would be harder if I did the other thing. It would be harder if I got out of the will of God. It would be harder if I don't wait on Him. I hope this is encouraging to you. Make it a great day.